We are picking it up from here because they are one of the beneficiaries of the sponsorship that was given out midweek. They are beneficiaries of Sport Pesa coming through in the motorsport world, and of course, Sport Pesa coming through to support the drivers that are seated here with us in studio. Making a comeback after a very successful 2022 season, we are joined in studio by veterans who are also bringing up young ones because they've been partners for quite some time. Do you know what's interesting about them? That now they've also brought their sons into the rally scene, and they've also started what their parents can do. They've decided that they want to do it better. The question is, can they beat the big team, or the young ones will just be there and they'll be told you have a long way to go in terms of learning. We have in studio father, son, and of course Tyson himself, the man who makes sure that everything runs. We want to go through the navigator's mind, the driver's mind. Let's also not forget that we'll be going through a mechanic's mind. What goes through their minds when the rally car is en route? Good afternoon once again and welcome, and I'll introduce my guests in studio to help us talk more about the partnership that they've received and of course what to expect in the upcoming Safari Rally that will be coming here in the country in March. Making a comeback, we'll start off with my farthest right, and my farthest right I have with us James Maregwa. They call him Tyson. He is the man who ensures that the rally car is in good shape. What goes through his mind when that car is en route, and how does he get communication that we have shock absorber issues, we have clutch issues or gearbox issues? How do they communicate, and how does he and the rest of the team quickly fix that? Tyson, vipi?
Safi.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Next to Tyson, we have, Kigo Kareithi, a man who needs no introduction in this studio. So, always here with us in terms of just letting us know what's happening in the rally scene, motorsport scene. Always very passionate about, motorsport. Kenya Daima, always passionate about this country. Kigo, nice to see you. It's been a while, and welcome back to the studio.
Thank you for having us, Kampa, and we are always happy to be here at KBC.
Karibu
Hapa ndio nyumbani.
Hapa ndio nyumbani, and I know you know your ways around the village.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I do.
To my immediate left, we have with us Leo Varesi. Leo, a rally driver, veteran, very experienced. In 2022, he won nearly a very successful, season for him. Won the championship with Kigo, and after that, they decided to take a break, came back. We want to find out how that break was, and have they dusted off the rust, and are they raring to go? Leo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Umepotea sana though.
Kabisa. But we are back.
You're back.
And we're happy to be here. Thank you for having us. And we're looking forward to the season ahead. Yeah.
Well, as we look forward to the season, let's now introduce the youngsters in studio with us. We are starting off with Jason Kareithi. Jason is upcoming rally co-driver, very young, and also tested the season through, Autocross Plus, and just finding out how it's been for him and what his aspirations are. Jason, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nice to see you, and welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Karibu sana. Last but not least, we have with us Adriano Varesi, young upcoming rally driver, also with us in studio, picking up from the dad, and we want to see if he can do it better than the dad, or will it be a case of, being nervous around, but raring to go. Adriano, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Karibu sana to the studio.
Thank you.
Well, we'll start off this, and Leo, allow me to start off this with you and just ask, 2022 was a very successful year for you, won the championship. Then after that, you took a break and, just came back last year to dust off a bit. How was the break for you?
Okay, after winning our last championship, which was our 6th title in the two-wheel drive class, we took a bit of a sabbatical because we say, now, how many more titles do we need to go and win? So we took that sabbatical, and because every time we're winning a championship, people used to say, oh, you guys move up the class, go to the four-wheel drive. And I say, there's no project out there that was interesting enough for us. And when this project of the Toyota came through to drive a Toyota, then they said that's the project we want, because we were never going to drive a Mitsubishi or a Subaru. that was never of my liking and my taste personally. And we've been with Toyota for the last 12 years, driving Toyota, and now we have the opportunity to drive a four-wheel drive machine. And especially in this country, Toyota four-wheel is not, people, when they saw that car on social media, they're calling me and saying, hey, but you're driving the same car you were driving before. I say, no, because Toyota's associated with a car going to the supermarket for the wife.
Yes.
But this car is a beast in sheepskin, you know, so we that's the reason why Toyota has been so successful in the WRC. Yeah.
They've always been up there, and in Kenya, there's always the saying that, you know, the car in front is always a Toyota. That's the saying they always believe in. Kigo, let's, you know, talk about your coming back, and what a way to come back, a moment when Sport Pesa also comes up to form a partnership with you guys. How is it like for you and for Sport Pesa to come in to support your, you know, your ambitions for 2026?
Well, we are very appreciative. We are very happy to have been asked again by them. This is a big step forward for us. Like Leo says, you know, we are the crocodiles in the two-wheel drive fish pond, and you know, maybe we've heard that story a lot about moving up. And like Leo says, you know, we were not so excited about Mitsubishis or other cars. So when the GR Yaris, you know, it became available, and after talks with Sport Pesa, it was obvious that they were willing to help us get this car. Then, you know, we said, you know, let's dust off the shoes, dust off the old suits, and get back into the car, see what can happen. We are rally fans to start with, but, you know, driving is a privilege, and every time you get the opportunity, you take it with both hands.
Wow. Take it with both hands, and always, you know, looking at making it count anytime an opportunity is given to you. I know in the yesteryears, the battle was always between, you know, Toyota Celica GT4, the Lancia, you know, Integral and the likes. Then Subaru came in, Mitsubishi started coming in. Then we you know, very smoothly came in. The latest Mitsubishi Evos that took over, you know, the same. Let's now, then Hyundai, you know, came up as well.
Yeah.
But let's now get into, you know, the machine, Taiso. Leo says it's a beast. You've seen what it takes. Is it a beast in your opinion, and are you very excited about it?
Kusema kweli, gari ni nzuri. Na uzuri wa gari ni namna ya kuperform. Na performance ya gari ni namna ya kuendesha. Kwa hivyo unaweza kuwa na gari nzuri, lakini namna ya kuendesha peke yake iwe hafifu. Kwa hivyo kwangu mimi nataka aniletee gari na animalizie gari. Kwa hivyo haangalie nguvu na iwe kwa akili yake ndio aweze kuendesha. Kwa hivyo nguvu ya gari ndio performance ya gari.
Well put there. Remember, that's a mechanic's point of view. Achukue gari, aiendeshe na aniletee gari. As in, airudishe ikiwa sawa.
Arudishe ikiwa sawa.
Asiende tu pale na pupa, aseme tu gari nzuri, iende.
Ndio.
Asante. Tyson, from Tyson we now go to Jason. Jason, I mean, what inspired you into going into the rally scene? Let's start there. How did you end up in rally?
Yeah, obviously our dad's rallying before we were born, so we grew up into that situation. And yeah, it just kind of happened. We fell into the seats. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, so yeah.
Tree doesn't fall far from the tree, just down there. And did you ever get moments to maybe, you know, sit down with him to just understand what does it take to read the pace notes and stuff? You know, did you get an opportunity maybe in a family setup right at home, even before you now ventured and said, I want to go into this?
Yeah, he showed me how to read the notes, just the ropes, and how to do everything. Yeah.
Wow. Very interesting, and I like his choice of words when he says an apple doesn't fall far from the tree, because it is all about picking up from the same and looking forward to, you know, to what to give. Let's now move to Adriano. And Adriano, likewise, how did you end up into the rally scene? Was it an inspiration from Dad, or was it pressure that you have to do this now that I'm doing this?
It was an inspiration since I was a kid. You know, my dad being a rally driver, I've always been interested in cars. So when he started rallying and I went for my first rally, I was just so interested in it. I always wanted to drive. So when it happened, I almost didn't believe it. I was super excited.
Or you went to, you know, as a spectator, or the time you got to be in a rally car?
When I was a spectator, I was happy. But then when I started racing, I was even happier.
How, you know, when and how did you get into a rally car? When was your first? And how was the
So I
experience?
started racing last year, February. I did my first race at this place called Twisty Corners around Tattoo City. I finished my first event, which was good. So yeah, just kind of it was a dream come true.
And you know, Kigo, correct me, even Taiso and Leo, the younger generation, you know, the Gen Zs and stuff, you don't get excited with scramble and stuff?
Not really, but I'm just like into cars so much.
Wow. Because the younger generation, you'll always hear them talk about scramble. You know, they really enjoy it, and at times you feel like they can get super excited. Leo, from the younger generation, I mean, how does this make you feel, just seeing, you know, Jason and Adriano, you know, picking up and looking forward to maybe picking up from where you guys will have left it from?
No, it's really amazing to see, because usually it's not easy for the second generation to really like what you like. I mean, we never forced it onto them, you know. It's like they took the interest, and they pursue it with a lot of enthusiasm. And for us, it's just to look for a way to support these guys. So you know, they have the advantage over us, because we started late in our career to drive. But then to be able to do it at this age, by the time they're in the 22, 23, they'll be so far ahead, you know. And that's the advantage of bringing in the young generation. And thanks to Sport Pesa with the Rising Stars program, that we can support the passion, yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, with the safari coming into the country, and of course the younger generation being looked up for the future, Kigo, do you get moments at home where you correct them maybe after a day's you know, experience out there, to just correct and say you should have done this, to encourage and you know, do some corrections?
No, all the time we talk about the event afterwards, and you know, they are just at the cusp of their careers. So of course they're excited, sometimes they are nervous. But like we keep reminding them that they should thank their gods that they are so lucky they have fathers like us, because you know, me and Leo at their age just used to wave at rally cars going past. You know, we never dreamed we'd ever be in a rally car, not even dreamt that, you know, our sons would be rallying. So for us it's a really big privilege, and really grateful that Sport Pesa, you know, comes in for that. I think even our politicians need to understand that, you know, succession, giving to the new generation, this is how life works, you know, prepare for the next generation. And so the idea of passing the baton to the younger people is one that really needs to be welcomed and appreciated.
It is the way to go, and just looking at this, remember, it's in Kenya. One can argue that you know, it is coming out to be a culture or a tradition, because right from the yesteryears, Jimmy Heather Hayes, you know, Vic Preston, senior, junior, then we had, right now we have, you know, Karedi, you have, you know, Jason, you have Leo and Adriano, we also have Caroline and Tinashe.
Yes,
it's becoming out to be a culture which needs to, you know, really needs to grow, so that we can get more of the same. But Tyson, wacha nije kwako, huwa una dakika ngapi kurekebisha gari? Mwanzo niseme Karidhi, you know, ama pengine Leo ashakupa ile ishara ya kwamba pengine clutch ina shida, ama gearbox ina shida, ama suspension fulani ina shida. Huwa una dakika kama ngapi kurekebisha na kuhakikisha kwamba wakifika uko tayari na umerekebisha na hawajapoteza muda wowote pale kwenye service?
Mara nyingi kwenye service kuna muda na dakika ulizopewa, na kisha gari inaweza fika pale na usiiguse kabla dakika zijaanza. Sasa inabidi usubiri dakika zako zikianza na saa yako umeweka vizuri. Kuona kuna wakati wa dakika 20 na kuna dakika za 45 wakati tuna ile service kubwa. Kuna service kubwa na ndogo. Service ndogo ni ya dakika 20. Na wakati ushapata jawabu la kwamba yeye akiwa msituni ama akiwa katika barabara kule, kuna neno alikunongoneza akakwambia gari ina hitilafu hii na hii. Sasa wewe unakuwa tayari ukiisubiri. Haujui mahali italemewa ama italemewa, lakini unampa motisha ya kuonyesha kwamba inabidi ukuje. Kama ni jambo la advise vile atafanya, unamueleza na anaweza kuendesha lile gari kwa ustaarabu mpaka lifike pale service. Huwa tunampa moyo wa kuja, afike, tutashughulikia. Na hakitoka pia tunampa moyo, baada ya dakika 20 enda na gari. Liwe hivi na hivi, unamwambia gari imefika hapa na tumesucceed kufanya hivi na tutaendelea.
Kwa hivyo hizo dakika za 20 huwa unakagua, una dakika 20 kukagua na pengine kufanya marekebisho madogo. Sana sana itilafu huwa ni kama zipi ambazo kutokana na ujuzi wako umeziona? Hizo dakika 20 shida huwa ni wapi?
Mara nyingi utakuta shida inakujia saa zingine breki ziko na failure kwa sababu ya kuwa moto. Saa zingine utakuta imegonga mawe, na after kugonga mawe lazima gari itakuwa na kitu imevunja ama imeharibika, kwamba itabidi tukimbizane na yale jawabu. Kama ni zile arms zikibadilishwa, pia zinahitaji kubadilishwa, tunazibadilisha kwa muda wa dakika kidogo na tunaweka zingine. Na panapo unajaribu kubadilisha arms, lazima ubadilishe sehemu zote mbili, ama wakati tairi na shida yoyote unabadilisha zile tairi zote, kwa sababu ya tairi ya left haiwezi enda right. Na lazima uwe makini sana wakati
tairi ya left
haiwezi enda right kwa sababu ya traction ya gari kwa barabara. Sasa lazima kuna mguu wa left na mguu wa right. Kwa hivyo ushajitayarisha kwa hayo mambo yote na ikaweza kupangika na ukaweza kufaulu.
Wow. Very interesting indeed. It looks like huwa kichwa kinakuuma kuliko hata dereva mwenyewe kwa gari.
Kuuma kwa kichwa ni kawaida, lakini itabidi kwa sababu hiyo ndio kazi umeendea pale.
Na wewe unasikiaje ukiona gari ndio ile mwishowe hatimaye limemaliza safari?
Ile ni shangwe na vigelegele. Tunafurahia na tunashukuru sana tumemaliza, na tunajua tuko wakati driver amefika na navigator wanajua wamefanya kiwango gani na wana dakika ngapi zile wameongeza ama wamepunguza kwa sababu ya hitilafu yoyote ile, na wakiondoka hapo wanajua wataongeza ngapi na watajipa motisha gani ndio waweze kuongeza dakika zao.
Wow, interesting indeed. I didn't know that, mechanics can have headaches more than the driver, because anytime that vehicle is on the road, they are thinking and they are wondering. At times they have no idea what's going on, but they are always prepared. In the event of any eventuality, they will be ready with whatever it is. If they can replace a clutch within 45 minutes, done, dusted, the vehicle is off, then hats off to them. We will be doing a feature at some point to just walk through what goes through our mechanics, mind in terms of preparations physically, because even mentally, otherwise you can run mad when things are not going your way. Let's cross over to the younger generation and let's start off with Adriano. Adriano, would you prefer, based on your experience with Autocross Plus, would you prefer a wet or a dry rally?
I'd prefer a dry rally. Because when the rally is dry, you get better traction and it's just overall easier.
Have you gotten an opportunity to get an experience with what is called the fresh?
Kinda. So in a few of my events I've raced a bit of fresh, although it wasn't as bad as the Safari obviously. But yeah, I have experience on fresh also.
Wow. Okay, interesting, because fresh is the biggest nightmare. More so in Naivasha, Longonot areas, it can be a nightmare. More so after the proverbial, the big cars have gone through. When the other cars come, it's always hectic and a nightmare. Jason, a couple of years back, I got an opportunity to just go and enjoy the Guru Nanak Rally in Longonot, and I only saw 3 cars pass. The rest were not able to come as a result of fresh. But Jason, where do you see yourself in rallying in the next 10 years to come? Leo mentioned that starting off at this very young age is an advantage to you guys. But where do you see yourself from a rally point in the next 10 years?
Yeah, hopefully we could be competing, hopefully on an international level. That's the goal when you start rallying at this age. So yeah.
And in terms of a role model, who is your role model? And of course, the two here are your role models. But any inspiration from any of the big drivers out there?
I'd say Ian Duncan. Yeah, yeah. He's a Kenyan driver who's represented us on the biggest stage. Yeah.
Okay, Leo, let's come to you, and now let's look at what the season has. With SportPesa partnership coming through for you, what's the season like looking for you? I know many are really hopeful that we can have a KNRC season, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But what's your plan for the year 2025?
Okay, the immediate plan is we're going to drive in the Safari in the national class. And then hopefully, like you said, we are looking forward to having a national season. And we are looking also forward to doing our first international event in Tanzania in the month of October, which is the Tanzania round for the WRC. And yeah, so basically the big events we will be taking part. Of course, trying to get as much mileage as possible with a new car. And yeah, hopefully, like you said, we should have a national championship.
Hopefully, it's everyone's prayer that we do get the same. Kigo, your thoughts, your plan for the season based on what he said, experiencing Tanzania?
Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome. We've never really rallied outside the country, so going to Tanzania would be a good experience for us. But just to echo what he said, we are hoping for a full KNRC season this year. It looks positive that we may have one, and so, if that happens, that's good for everybody. And yeah, looking forward to the season, looking forward to Safari to start with, and looking forward to the Tanzanian round in October. Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, looking forward to the same and wishing you guys all the best with the partnership that you guys have gotten. In terms of preparations, kuandaa gari na kuhakikisha kwamba sio tu gari lao pekee na kuhusu pia gari la vijana Tyson. Unaona ni kama mko kiwango gani in terms of maandalizi, kutayarisha gari, wakisema pengine safari ni wiki mbili zijazo, utakuwa tayari?
Nafikiri tunakuwa tayari mara nyingi kwamba huwa tunangojea
born ready,
tuko mara moja na tuambiwe tunatakana twende. Tunaweza amka kesho tuambiwe tunaondoka, kuna event fulani ya sherehe fulani beside rally, lakini kuna kikundi kimechaguliwa kinataka kwenda kutembea na kucheza mchezo wa magari. Tuko tayari na gari zetu ziko tayari na wakati wote zinakuwa tayari.
Na ukisema mko tayari, inaonyesha kwamba wewe nawe pia unakuanga na wale ambao unafanya na wao kazi, kundi ya pengine wale ambao mnafanya nao kazi kuhakikisha ya kwamba haya magari yako tayari. Huwa unaweka mikakati zipi kuhakikisha ya kwamba wakifika kila mtu anajua mimi nitashughulikia mguu wa kushoto mbele, kushoto nyuma? Huwa umejipanga kivipi kuhakikisha ya kwamba hakuna anayelegea?
Kwa huduma za gari, mara nyingi mkienda kama timu, lazima muwe mmejipanga. Kuna mkubwa wa timu, kuna anayefuata, na kila mmoja anayegusa gari ana sehemu yake. Hata kuna mtu wa kuiosha. Tukiendelea kurekebisha gari, kuna mwingine anapanguza vioo, kuna mwingine anaangalia mambo ya oil kwa engine, lakini kwa jumla kuna yule anapitia kila kitu na ni mimi. Lazima nihakikishe kila kitu kimepitia kwa mkono wangu na kimeeleweka. Kwa hivyo ikitoka pale swali inajibu ni mimi. Kwa hivyo lazima nihakikishe ile gari iko sawa, mguu umekazwa, suspension imeangaliwa, kama ni shocks, kama ni sump guard, isifike barabarani tena ianze kelele ama ianguke. Kwa hivyo inabidi niwe mwangalifu kwa njia nyingine.
Kila laheri, kila laheri. Adriano, we are looking at a season that's coming up, and many now will be interested to see the younger generation coming up. Is there pressure now that, dads, both your dads are here and still in the rally scene? Is there pressure for you guys, or you're happy that you're learning the ropes from them?
There's no pressure at all. We're still young, so we're learning, and it's just for us to go out there, have some fun, get along with each other. We love the sport, so yeah, for us, no pressure.
And let me ask and assume that dad is not here. Are there moments when he tells you patience is the game?
A lot.
A lot, patience. Yeah, because the younger generation, there are those who would want results now. It won't come now. It will take some time. Jason, in terms of preparations, there's that young, young Kenyan out there right now who is maybe looking at both yourself and Adriano and says, when I grow up, I would like to be like them. They have this huge opportunity already in a rally car. What advice would you give them?
Just come watch the rallies, You'll find yourself maybe working as a mechanic, and then you can find a job as a co-driver. And yeah, you just get involved in the sport by spectating.
And one, aspect that Kareithi told me sometimes back, and I always remember that anytime, I discuss rallying, he says rest is critical. How do you prepare for any day when you know that today I'll be going into a rally car? Take us through, how do you prepare a day before? Do you go play some football? Do you go swimming? How do you prepare yourself psychologically?
Yeah, you need a lot of rest. You need to have a very good night of sleep because you're going to be reading notes for the whole day. Yeah, just to do something relaxing, watch a TV show, take a nap.
And of the notes that you read, which is the most, the one that you'd say you love most? Is it a moment when you tell your driver to go flat out? Is it a moment that you're giving them a caution? That moment, there is that part of a pace note that must be very interesting for you.
Yeah, when you give a long distance, like a kilometer, and you tell him to really step on it. So, yeah.
And who is the boss between you and Adriano then in the car? Adriano does the driving, but you do the commanding in the car. How is the chemistry?
It's good. It's good. I've known him for before I could remember. So yeah.
So it's basically interesting. And when I look at this, because there's always the chemistry between driver and co-driver. Very important in any rally setup. And as we engage, the young ones, because, Leo and Kigo have already proven that they are a team, and the way they gel is one that many look out for. No wonder they always say that they are crocodiles in a pond, fish, because 2022 won the championship without any issues at all, and they took up a sabbatical break. Leo, you're seeing the young ones coming up, and even before I come to you, let me ask Adriano. Adriano, how is the chemistry like for you? How do you gel inside that car? Are there moments when things are not going your way, and you just decide that, let's just babysit the car and get moving?
There are a lot, but what I do, I just take a deep breath, believe in myself, believe in my navigator, and we go through the track. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Leo, let's now look at your plans in terms of the new car. You've mentioned it's a beast. Have you gotten opportunities to go and try it out there? And how would you compare it to, your other car that you've now handed over to the rookies to, to start maneuvering their way around the village?
No, it's also a big step for us. And we've not tested in rally conditions this car. And this car is pretty much very new because only 3,000 kilometers on the clock. It's built and had few testing sessions because it's Asa Anwar who built this car. And we're looking forward to testing this car just before Safari to have a session. And there's still some safety features that we need to put in the car to make it compliant to enter the Safari. And once that is done, we can test the car. And but yeah, it's a big difference because the other car was giving you 160 horsepower on a two-wheel drive. This is a four-wheel drive machine with 260. So we are jumping in power, and it's four-wheel. So even we're looking forward to the Fest with a big smile. Because I remember in Equator Rally, which was the same route of the Safari, we did it with a two-wheel drive, and we went through with it, no problem. People came to clap because they couldn't believe a two-wheel drive passed through there. And yeah, we experienced the Fest with a two-wheel drive Oris. So with this car, we should be more confident.
More confident. Yeah. I hope, Kigo, part of your pace notes, he looks so excited.
Yeah.
He's patience, slow down.
Yeah, the good news about the Fresh is that, I don't know if that's good news or bad news. You know, Kedong now is a much smaller stage. I think the first time we did Kedong, it was knocking on 40 kilometers. But this year, Kedong is going to be below 30 km, I think even below 25 kilometers. And a lot of the Fresh is not going to be there. So maybe good or bad good for the drivers, but not so good for spectators and the pictures. You know, people really like those dramatic pictures of cars drowning in Fresh. It's good dramatic pictures, but for the drivers inside, it's not so much fun. So I don't know whether we'll really have bad Fresh as we had before. But I mean, it's always a pleasure to be driving in the Safari. We used to, at this age, like I say, we were waving at the cars from the other side of the fence, the other side of the tape, you know. There was no social media, so you saw the car once and you forgot about it, you know. The next thing you did was to go to either watch VOK in those days.
Yes. Or wait for the newspaper.
Or get a newspaper, yes, the next day we've come a really long way. Yeah. The way we enjoy rallying in the world today has really changed.
Completely
changed, yeah.
Well, I've been to those areas that you're talking about, that is Kedong, you know, Hell's Gate, Soisambu, just name them. And, you know, for sure, very interesting stuff, very, very, you know, tough seasons coming up. Very quickly, in less than a minute, your parting shot.
Just very, very happy to be part of this awesome team. We hope to give the best that we can. Also, just a cherry on the cake to have our sons here with us. And, you know, very glad to be here at this #1 channel in Kenya. And let's see what the year brings.
Excited, very. Leo, parting shot in less than 30 seconds?
Yeah, to all the fans out there to come and support and watch the Safari, because this is our national event. It's the pride of the country. To have a WRC, we are blessed, and we have to look after it and make sure we have it for the next 5 years. For the next 5-year contract, which is supposed to be renewed this year.
We hope so, and we are praying for the same. Jason, very quickly, as we wind up this you know, season ahead in less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, we're just super grateful to SportPesa, and I'm grateful to our parents who have given us this opportunity of a lifetime, really. And yeah, just thank you for having us.
Adriano, your parting shot?
Grateful to my parents, the sponsors, the mechanics, everyone who's supporting us. Yeah.
Very grateful indeed. Thank you very much. And of course, grateful also mentioning Tyson and team for the good work that they are doing. Tyson, Kigo, Leo, Jason, not forgetting Adriano. Thank you very much for making time to be with us. Wishing you all the best in the upcoming season. And we'll be making time to just follow through with others to see how you're preparing. And when that time comes, we will be ready for the same. Thank you very much.